Hi, and thanks for taking a moment to view this video entitled Statement of Understanding. My name is Jeff Rubenstein from the Rubenstein Group and Keller Realty, Northern Colorado. I'm really excited that you're watching this video now because what that means is that you most likely have a buyer who's interested in making an offer on one of our short sale listings. So in order to make this process as smooth as possible and as easy as possible for you, we've put together this statement of understanding. I'd like to review a few pieces of it where we've received some questions just to clear things up so it makes sense while you're writing your offer. First and foremost, the loan pre-approval letter needs to say pre-approval on there, and it does need to be signed by the lender. We'd like to make sure that the lender who is providing that pre-approval letter has actually done the work and pre-approved this buyer. So having that signature on there is certainly very important. A lot of the foreclosing lenders want to see that as well. So please make sure that when you're submitting the offer, the pre-approval letter is signed and dated by the lender. The short sale addendum required on all short sale listings. Please remember, there are two short sale addendums. One is for the listing contract and one is for the sales contract. You'll be putting the one together for the sales contract. We've provided you an example, which you'll see on the last page, which will help you guide through exactly what we need. The contract needs to be binding for 90 days. There also is no ability to terminate unless it's under the inspection, which of course we need to have that done within the first 15 days of being under contract. So using the abbreviation MEC in your dates and deadlines for the inspection is what we do require. In other words, if the deal is going to die over an inspection, being that the property is being sold as is, I think we would all like to know about that ahead of time. Yes, the buyer's going to need to pay some money up front to have the inspection done, but ultimately, we'll get the short sale done as best as possible within that 90-day period, being that we have a cooperative buyer. So I hope that makes sense to you. The loan objection deadline needs to be at least 3 days prior to closing. The reason for that is that we need to get all of the docs into title to get them over to the foreclosing lender to review the final HUD to get their final sign-off. In most cases, they need at least 72 hours prior. So that's why we have that in there. Using the abbreviation SSA in additional provisions does require that that abbreviation be defined. We're now using that as a defined term in the dates of deadlines, and we need to make sure that that has been defined in additional provisions. So we've outlined some language there, which certainly works very straightforward, very clear. Seller concessions, please read through that closely. If the buyer's obtaining FHA financing, they would be allotted 1% of their loan amount. Conventional and VA, it's kind of hit or miss. Now again, these are guidelines, and if they're things that your buyers need, then we probably need to have that discussion ahead of time prior to writing the offer, so please call us on that. If the property is vacant and the utilities are turned off or it's been winterized, it will be the responsibility of the buyer to take care of all of those services. We do have some vendors on hand that we can certainly refer over to you, so please feel free to ask on that. I believe that's about it. If you have any other questions that we can't answer, feel free to respond to the email. You can certainly visit us on our website, and of course you can give us a call. So thanks, we look forward to working with you.